It's because they don't believe you. So how can you get your ideal customers to believe you, buy what you're offering, and improve their lives? First, everybody has false beliefs wrapped in limiting stories, and the only way to break those false beliefs is by wrapping the truth in a better story. And the way to do that is through story hacking. Story hackers take the most powerful stories from the past, hack the formulas, and apply it to their businesses for profits and impact. I'm Dave Anderson, and my goal is to turn every funnel hacker and every entrepreneur into an expert storyteller using the power of story hacking. That's what this podcast is all about. And remember, guys, your story isn't finished. Hey everybody, welcome to the show, Story Hacking Hero. Just getting started off right here. The first thing I want to do is I want to tell you a little bit about my entrepreneurial journey and the story that changed my life. So, I've had a lot of failures, a lot of internet marketing failures. I've tried just about everything. I've tried affiliate marketing. I've tried SEO or search engine optimization. I've tried social media management. I've tried e-commerce. I've tried auto blogs, AdSense, just about everything. Some things worked really good for a little while and then they kind of fizzled out. Some things never got off the ground. Some things worked a little bit and then, something better came along and I just kind of jumped ship. So I've tried lots of things. I've had lots of failures and, I just couldn't figure out why nothing would work. I was accumulating so much information. I was taking so many courses from other people, who had success, and other people who took the course had success. And, it seemed like my timing was always off, like things would be working. And then as soon as I would start, getting into it, then, some rule would change, and then it wouldn't work anymore. So I just couldn't figure it out, and throughout this process, trying to start my businesses online and trying to be an entrepreneur, I'm just going more and more into debt. And, then something that happened a few years ago is my mother had a stroke, and then, she had another stroke, and there was nobody else who would take care of her. So, after she had the first stroke and the second stroke, she would go into these rehab facilities that were kind of like nursing homes, and she did not thrive in those nursing homes. She just got worse and worse, and I had to just get her out of there, and I had to become her primary caretaker. And I have a girlfriend. She's now my fiance. We're planning on getting married, and I'm thinking about all these things. Like, I want to have a family. I need to be able to support my family. I need to be able to take care of my wife. I want her to be able to spend more time with the kids. I don't want her, working 60 hours a week and I'm working 60 hours a week, and our kids are just with some, babysitter or something like that. So I have all of these things in my mind, all of these challenges, and at the same time I'm like, man, I got to get this business stuff working. So around this time, I'm searching, for something that might work for me. I'm trying different things, and I come across this ad on Facebook, and the ad is for a book. So I'm just going to grab the book real quick. Got it over here. So here's the book. The book is 30 Days. And okay, I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to read it to you. I'm going to read what it says on the front, and I'm going to tell you what the ad said. So the book says, you suddenly lose everything. What would you do from day 1 to day 30 to save yourself? And this is a question that Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels, asked to 30 people who use ClickFunnels to build sales funnels, and those sales funnels made at least $1 million. So a sales funnel is kind of like a website, if you don't know. If you go to a website, you can click around and navigate, go wherever you want. But a sales funnel is different, and it's much better because a sales funnel funnels your prospect or your ideal customer in a certain direction. It funnels them towards either making the purchase and becoming a customer or leaving. So there's only two options when you have a sales funnel. Whereas where you have a website, you have, 10, 15 options. You can go all over the place. So that's what I saw. And I was like, man, he's asking 30 people who made at least $1 million what they would do if they had to start all over from nothing, and all they had was a ClickFunnels account. And I was like, well, I have a ClickFunnels account that I haven't really been using that much, and I'm paying money for it. So I do have that, and I don't have much else. My pockets are kind of empty. I don't have that much money, and I don't want to waste the little bit of money that I do have trying something that's not going to work. So this looks like it might work. So I clicked on the ad. I went to the page. I was going to just get the book. I think the book was like $20 or something like that. And then there was an upsell offer, and the upsell offer was for something called the One Funnel Away Challenge. The One Funnel Away Challenge, and I have a box for it right here. I'll explain that in a little while. But the One Funnel Away Challenge, it's like a 30-day boot camp, and you're going to create your first funnel in there. So I was like, well, I don't really feel like taking another course or doing something, but it's only $100, and I don't have anything else that's really working right now, so I'll try it. So I joined that, and going through that course, I realized, everything that I'm doing is wrong. Everything I'm doing is wrong. Like, I'll just give you one example. I was trying to learn how to do everything. Look, I'm trying to learn how to do Facebook advertising, how to do Instagram, how to do Twitter, how to do videos. Excuse me. And one thing that I learned in the One Funnel Away Challenge is you want the who, not the how. So you want to find the who already knows the how. Me, as the entrepreneur, I'm not the person that's supposed to be fulfilling all the roles that need to be fulfilled in my business. So I'm the entrepreneur. I have the strategy. I have the grand strategy. I have the vision, the overall vision and strategy of the company, where I want it to go, what I'm trying to accomplish, what problem I'm trying to solve. And I need to bring in people. So for example, I need to bring in somebody to do the Facebook advertising. I need to bring in somebody to do the Instagram or the social media. I need to bring in somebody to do the project management. I need to bring in all kinds of different roles. And I can't be the one trying to do all of those things if I want to have a functioning business. So that's one thing that I learned. Now, on top of that, at the same time that I'm going through this course, I have this other book on my shelf. And this other book is called Expert Secrets. And it had been on my shelf for, almost a year. This is another book by Russell Brunson. But this is basically the foundation of everything that I was learning. And, I got it because it was a free book, and he has two books out. One is called .com Secrets. This one that I had was called Expert Secrets. So Expert Secrets says on the headline, find your message, build a tribe, and change the world. And the reason it was just sitting on my shelf is because I was like, that doesn't really apply to me, because I can't change the world yet, and I can't build a tribe yet, and I definitely can't find my message because I have to have success first. Basically, what I felt was I can't tell my story because I don't have success yet. That was the major problem. So, I'm just like, I got to make this work. I gotta have some success. I have to, get some financial freedom. I got to try to get out of debt that I'm going in, trying to start these businesses and things. I got to help my mother. I want to start a family. I have all these challenges and all these issues. And the thing that was holding me back was I felt like I didn't have a story. I felt like, I couldn't change the world. I couldn't build a tribe. Now, what I discovered as I'm going through all of this, and I'm searching, and I'm trying to learn more about story and storytelling from other sources as well. I mean, it's kind of like an axiom in business. And an axiom means a statement that's accepted as true. So a statement that's accepted as true and self-evident. So one of the things that's accepted as an axiom in entrepreneurship is facts tell, stories sell. So the facts are not going to win over anybody. That's not what moves people. It doesn't connect on an emotional level, but stories do. So I knew that if I had a story that I could tell that could connect with people, I knew that I could I could start and grow a business if I could just plug into that and understand that. And some of that is in Expert Secrets. There's a lot of stuff in Expert Secrets, but that's one of the things that they talk about. So what I discovered is that I do have a story. If you're on the entrepreneurial path, then you do have a story. Maybe you don't know where you are in the story, but you do have a story. So that's kind of what I discovered. And, I realized that I don't have to be the fearless leader. Somebody like Garrett White, he's from Wake Up Warrior. If you've ever heard him speak or listened to him, he would be somebody that I would describe as the fearless leader. He's leading these men on the path that he's already forged. Another thing I realized, I don't have to be the reluctant hero. Russell Brunson would be somebody who's like the reluctant hero. He's kind of introverted, doesn't really, kind of shy, seems kind of shy, doesn't want to be the one in front. But he has these secrets of success that he's discovered for himself. And it's so valuable what he has to teach that he's the reluctant hero. He's going out there on stage and he's giving out the information. But what I realize is that you don't have to be the reluctant hero. You don't have to be the fearless leader. You can be the reporter. You can be the adventurer. There's so many different roles that you can take on, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. That is what I realized. So that was my big, realization. And then I took the next step on Russell Brunson's value ladder. And I'll talk about that more in the future. I've talked about it before on Facebook Lives that I've done. I took the next step in his value ladder, which was Funnel Hacking Live. So just to explain the value ladder just a little bit, the free plus shipping book that I got, Expert Secrets, that's the bottom of the value ladder. The next step up the value ladder was the One Funnel Away challenge that I went through. And the next step on Russell Brunson's value ladder that he wants you to go to next so that he can help you more with your success is Funnel Hacking Live. So I go to Funnel Hacking Live. And these are all people who have read Expert Secrets already. They know about the importance of story. They know that facts tell, stories sell. They've already read .com Secrets. And by the way, .com Secrets and Expert Secrets, if you're an entrepreneur, these are the only two books that you need to read as far as reading goes. I know that's a bold statement, but I stick to it. So these people at Funnel Hacking Live, these other entrepreneurs that I'm networking with, and it's awesome. I'm having a great time. But they're having the same challenges. They're like, I'm talking to them about story because this is the thing I'm so excited about. Story selling. That's what I call it. And other people have called it that too, but I call it story selling. What I really call it is story hacking, but we'll get to that later. So I'm talking to people, entrepreneurs at Funnel Hacking Live, and they're like, my story sucks. I can't tell my story. Other people are like, what if I give out too information? And what's too much information? I don't even know how to tell a story. I might, mess it up. I might it might be turn out like a therapy session. I don't want that to happen. Other people are saying, my story's kind of embarrassing. What if my family will hear it? My friends will hear it. They'll be ridiculing me. My children will hear it. My children's friends will hear it. People will be teasing them. Other people are telling me, and this was a real complaint. Somebody was like, I'm already overwhelmed with customers. If I start telling my story, I'll just be more overwhelmed. I'll get more customers and I'll just have a bigger problem on my hands. Now, maybe this is an excuse, but maybe that's a good problem to have. And I think it's an easy to solve problem. And I talked to this person about it. Other people were saying that, my story's boring. And other people were saying the same thing that I was saying. I don't have any success yet, so I can't tell my story. So I'm talking to all these people. I'm helping them break through their false beliefs as far as telling their story goes. And, a couple months prior to me being at Funnel Hacking Live, I'm like, I don't have a story. And people are telling me, your story's amazing, your story's awesome. And, other people are telling me, I think you really have a talent for talking about story selling and storytelling, and because you just helped me break through my false belief, maybe I can do it. So maybe this is your calling, to help people with that. And, I was thinking the same thing. So I'm like, I am really passionate about storytelling. I do think it's the most important aspect of business and entrepreneurship. And from there, I made a decision in my mind that I was going to discover all the secrets of storytelling. And I began this process of spending tens of thousands of dollars on coaching and other things and courses and books and research to learn the secrets of storytelling. And what I want to do right now, I want to tell you about the story that changed my life, and one of the big secrets that I'm going to be revealing and talking about on a web class that I have coming up. So if you don't know what to do next, if you're an entrepreneur, you don't know what to do next. Maybe you don't even know where you are in your story, where you are on your path, because we're all in a story. If you don't know where you are, all you have to do is ask yourself, what would the hero do? If you can ask yourself, what would the hero do? You'll always know what to do next. And that is the story that changed my life, the hero's journey. The hero's journey it's the story of success. And it's the story that captivates all of us. So that's something that I'm going to be talking about on my web class coming up in 2 weeks. And along with a lot of other secrets of storytelling that are going to help you grow your business and just take things to the next level. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about it. I can't wait. And what I want you to do to help me out, what I need you to do is click on the link that's in the text portion of wherever you are right now. So if you're watching a video, then there will be a link. If you're listening to a podcast, then in the text that describes the video, there will be a link. But I need you to go to that link, and on the page that you're going to go to, I want you to tell me your number one question about storytelling for your business. Your number one question about story selling. Your number one question about how to tell your own personal story to connect with your ideal customers. Your number one question about how to tell your clients and your customer stories to get, even more customers coming in. Your number one question about telling stories that sell for your business, just to change people's mindsets and to break through their false beliefs. What's your number one question about storytelling for your business? And I need you to go to the link, go to the page, answer that question, and that's going to help me to know what to talk about on the web class, because I'm still putting it together, and these questions are really going to help me form the direction and exactly what I need to address. I kind of know the direction already, but I want to know exactly what you want to know so that I can address your problems and just make it the best web class ever, so that you're happy at the end of it and I'm happy at the end of it. So go to that link, answer the question. I can't wait to see you on the web class, and I will talk to you soon. Follow along with my journey. I want you to make sure you subscribe to the podcast, share it with everyone that you know that might be interested in entrepreneurship and the stories that they need to tell within their business to help grow it. So share it, subscribe, follow, and go to that link and answer the question. What's your number one question about storytelling? And I will see you and talk to you soon. What's up, guys? First, I just want to say that I read every single 5-star review. So the biggest favor you can do for me right now is go to iTunes and review this podcast. 5-star reviews tell Apple they should show this podcast to other entrepreneurs just like you. And when you spread story hacking, you're spreading solutions that are making the world better. This is something I want us to do together as story hackers. So go to iTunes and tell me how story hacking is improving your business and your life. And one more thing. I want you to ask me your number one question about this podcast episode or any other episode. You can even leave me a voice message question, and I'll play it on the podcast and give you a shout out. That way everybody can know you're a story hacker and a real part of this community. So go ahead and check the link in the description for that. So thanks so much for the reviews, guys, and keep a lookout for your shout out when I play your question on the podcast. And remember, guys, your story isn't finished.